An area where North Adelaide have struggled is getting the second possession of the kick-outs. They need it now.
Get some gathering in the middle of their centre-half back area, which is what they've done offhand. Away it goes across the top. Here's Armstrong. Put it on the ground and bounce it. Instead he goes for the leg. Here's Hill. What can you do, Simon? Yes, he's taken it. Right on cue. Michael Flynn would be out of the box, I'm sure, and be excited by that.
North Adelaide trademark. Second possession, run through the centre. Good, strong grab by Simon Hill.
So Simon, what can you do to put them within a kick into the sun? Didn't look to be too many nerves there, Simon. Right through. Oh, that's an earnest goal, umpire, isn't it? 4 points the difference.
Emotions rolling with North Adelaide now. If they can get a break out of the centre, get another score on the board, and really put the pressure back on Port Adelaide, and we'll see what they're made of. Alberton Oval, they don't like to lose.
Sure don't. Simon Hill has a couple, one in the second, one in the fourth. And the game's alive here at Alberton on ABC Sport. Round 17, September.
Umpire Gary Wild, number 9, will bounce the ball in the centre of the ground. North Adelaide closing. Kicking with the breeze. Crothers smashes the ball to centre-half forward.
Oh.
Cleaned up by the North Adelaide players. Now it's McGuinness who emerges with the football. Now it's North Adelaide who emerge. There's tremendous pressure in tight there. Tremendous pressure as Noonan, with good composure, forces the ball forward. Eventually it ends up with Logan, who fumbles, and great tackle by Carruthers, but Phillips emerges with the football. Dropping back into the hole is Benke. What a great mark, great courage.
Fantastic courage. Just going back, didn't know what was behind him. Type of players you need right now.
Brenton Phillips, didn't he put in the hard yards? Worked on the double play and then the double chance and then the second effort as Jeffries gets it from Foden. What now?
Kick.
Straight at the player. North Adelaide have got a free kick.
That was a great option. I'm not sure who kicked the ball then, but you had Simon Hill coming short. Somebody else going long. He's gone the long option.
The value of the quick entry, Michael. And Boomer was charged by Benke. And as the Victorians say, and one sitting 2 down from me, this is a soda. Or is it?
I would predict that it would be. The big fellow,
left leg,
boom, and lets it go right out of the ground.
North Adelaide have looked so much better.
Range. 28.5 minutes gone. Might not be a bad place for them to be.
The bunker coming into play.
Leg speed through there won't be so good, won't be so easy. Darren Smith, North Adelaide's season, you sense, is hanging in this next minute or so. And again, they close it down. Michael, stop shaking. Sitting alongside. Michael Parsons just getting a little uptight. Oh, it's been a tense last quarter. Hit away, and Mark Marshall sees it towards the boundary line. They're wasting some time, Michael.
Good tactic, but they need to get a break. If they can just, they're so good with their hands in close. It's a Michael Noonan practice drill, just in close, good hands. If they can run it away now, they could wrap up this game.
They clear it towards halfback. McKay, so very, very good during the day. Slipped over, lost feet, but was dexterous enough to get it back towards Parker. And Parker, well, in rugby league style, saw it across the line for a try. 25 years of age, and all of them would be aging at the moment. Coming up to the 30-minute mark. 13-7 to 8-7 at three-quarter time. So Port Adelaide haven't got a goal on the board in this last term, unbelievably, and North Adelaide just quieten it down a bit through Wolford. 20 years of age, taking all the time in the world, as you'd expect, to Parker. Can't take it, and this big pack of players will suit them very nicely.
The North Adelaide are now doing a really good job of closing it down, getting the umpires to throw the ball up, wasting a bit of time off the clock.
That man leaves for Atlanta tomorrow, and if he leaves a winner, and with North Adelaide keeping in that race for the final 5, he'll be a very happy man. A couple of quiet drinks on the aeroplane on the way over, I imagine. No such thought now, though.
He looks like he needs a couple of quiet drinks about now.
There's some quality sitting alongside him, isn't there? Perkins and Tasker. Tasker a finger injury, and you would assume Perkins something of a leg injury. Haven't seen him since the first quarter. And another bounce down. David Sanders, it would be a wonderful way, a fitting way for him to celebrate his 300th game. We're now at the 31-minute mark. There can't be much time left, can there? Sanders and Carruthers and Rosenboom. Now the entry from Sanders. That little dribble kick was very intentional to the sanctuary of the boundary line at half-forward right.
That was an excellent kick by David Sanders. He could have gone long, would have given Port Adelaide a chance to run it down the other end. Good experience through all 300 games of it.
300 games and 15 years, Bristle.
Long time in football, isn't it?
Heck of a long time. Malakellis, Spiro, brother Tony sidelined this afternoon. Port Adelaide aren't done with. I think the timekeeper might have lost himself. Here he is. North Adelaide have done it. Triumphantly punching the air is Mark Marshall. I imagine that Sanders would be happy as well. And Michael Flynn coolly out of the box. He must be suppressing some emotions, Michael.
Oh, it's an excellent win for North Adelaide. Michael Flynn not showing it, though, on the face. But look at the players. Their players know that they have won a game that can change their season.
Well, it sure can. And Spiro thought for Port Adelaide, because their season could also be shaped by it. They're in a dice for the double chance with Norwood and the Eagles. And if the scorelines around town throughout the afternoon continued on their way, I have a feeling that Port Adelaide are out of the double chance now and relegated to 4th spot.
Yeah, very interesting end to the season coming up. But Port Adelaide, North Adelaide rather, they just showed some excellent character. They started off very, very intent and at the body and at the ball, but found it again in the last quarter and got some run through the centre of the ground, kept possession and got the score on the board to get them a great win. And look at them coming off now. They're just enjoying this victory immensely.
It's a great moment for David Sanders. Bristle, you played with him, and as I said earlier in the day with you, if our listeners were with us, our viewers were with us, he's just slotted into the pattern over 15 years, and nothing flashy, just slotted into the pattern and now well rewarded.
David has been an excellent player. When he first came to North Adelaide, he arrived there a year before I did, and he just had incredible speed and a fantastic kick on the run. And over the years, he's just done the team things. Those initial traits have left him a little bit with the serious back injuries he had, but always at the fall of the ball, good with his hands. And we saw right at the end there when the pressure was on, that critical little kick towards the line, thinks very well on the football field.
Well, Magpie supporters shouldn't despair too much. They might be relegated to 4th, and a little later in the program we'll have a look and confirm that that premiership standing. But they're also missing, of course, keep in mind, some very, very good quality players. A scoreline check from this game, round 17, 13-12 to 14-8. One of the most remarkable games by 2 points that you will see this year, Ken Sheldon. Must be, amongst 15 years, one of the better wins for you.
Well, this very moment it is. Yeah, it was an amazing feeling.
Now, just turn around a little bit closer there. That's one of the great war wounds. What have you done to yourself?
Well, I very rarely draw blood, so I'm a bit disappointed I've waited this long, but no.
We had Michael Parsons in commentary, and he said a man who's lasted 300 games and over 15 seasons and never taken a mark above his eyebrows has his great respect. What's your reply?
My reply is he's probably correct.
Well, speaking of eyebrows, that looks pretty nasty, but quite seriously, this was probably one of the great comebacks. I know 2 premierships amongst 5 grand finals, but one of the great memories for you today, I'm sure.
Yeah, the boys put an amazing effort, and a bit of luck it may turn our season around. I mean, if we'd lost today, we were probably out of it. So we're now, I mean, you can build on something like happened in the last quarter.
You had the feeling that whenever it went down to the Port Adelaide's forward line, they'd score, but at the other end of the ground, it was just a bit of a battle, wasn't it? So if we can get Hill and Parker moving for you, then you'll be in business.
Yeah, our scoring's been our problem all year, although I reckon in the 15 years I played against Port, they seem to score reasonably easy, but if that is probably the one area if we can improve our, and probably the way we move it to them as well would make it a bit easier for them.
And David, some of the better players today included yourself, but I thought Richard Gerke was just terrific in the last 30 minutes when it was required.
When Gerks went into the middle or on the ball, he gave us a big lift after half-time, and even Sticks, Phillips, Tim, and all those blokes around the ball did it. The last 15, 20 minutes of that game was sensational.
That's our time. Congratulations on 300. We see you padding up again next year?
Probably, definitely, maybe. I don't know. No idea.
Whatever you do, good luck and congratulations on a great milestone and have a good night.
Thanks very much.